Okay, so this is the latest one of my little coffin caches that I have made. I made this one to actually work as like a puzzle in the woods. So I reused a little Cypher thing that I made for a LARP, which is basically the last to pace the path plants the prize. So each different suit of cards has a different pacing system that works off of it, and basically the number of steps that are used in between each of the clues, I guess you'd say they would be, are based off of either a fairy, a dwarf, a human, or a giant. So it works pretty much anywhere. You just gotta have a deck of cards. This one here was actually inspired by one of my coworkers at Port Edmonton Park, and so it was meant to go there, but we decided it wasn't, didn't quite fit the narrative. It probably wasn't a good idea to have something like this hidden out there. So I'm just gonna save this one. I'm actually gonna start accumulating a few of these for a little project that I've got. But this one, the cards were laid out on 5 trees that were in the sightline of this golden eagle. And let's see, no, the cards are the key. It also says that on here, the cards are the key, and the punchline. The punchline came from my coworker, and it inspired this little fake creature that I have created that lives in this coffin. He happens to be a bard. All right, so with just knowing that the cards are the key, and if we look at the top of the coffin, it's a pretty easy puzzle. This is our solution to the lock. Bought a few of these locks by bulk. They are really easy to set and reset. And it gives it kind of a escape room-ish feel, which is fun, but it's also a simple enough puzzle that it's really pretty easy to do. There it is. All right. One more left. All right. So, I'm gonna pop that one. I found this tucked into the nook of a tree, which is fairly commonplace for me to put cool things, and it was part of the inspiration. It was the beginning. When I also included those same cards in here, and the Fool's card. Fools for New Beginnings. That's one of the things that it represents. And I thought it was appropriate for the current situation I am in and the new job I'm starting out at Fort Edmonton Park. Note that the card hand, the teeny tiny card hand, is 2 hearts, a diamond, a club, and a spade. There's a pair of coins to pay the boatman. And here is our little Fey bard. I decorated him fairly simple. And you'll see why the legs are like that in a moment. He's got a little potion with him. Perhaps it's a potion. Maybe it's booze. I don't know. He's a bard. It could be booze. There's a little scroll. Scroll itself. There's a book, Rituals of the Night. And the bit that I wrote for this. So let's have a look first at what's inside the scroll. This is not my art. I just found this online. But I thought it was a cool depiction of a grig. Now, grigs are a type of fairy that are particularly good at playing the fiddle. In this case, it's a little big to be a fiddle, whereas more of a cello. So that fits into this story, and we'll get to that in a moment. I gave him this little scroll. It has a joke, the cards of the key, and the punchline, a bard's foolish mockery. And it says, marriage is like a card game. It starts off with 2 hearts and a diamond, but in the end, you want a club and a spade. That does not represent my personal sentiment, but I thought it was pretty funny. So, funny in a dark way. But that is part of the inspiration for this little guy and the story that I wrote for him. So let's have a look at this. This isn't some riddle about hell's golden fiddle. No tale of deals devil made. No, here lies the fellow with the copper-wrought cello and the tales of the songs that they made. Though not very big, this fay-bodic grig would play the sweet song every night, and the voice it still lingers on long cricket fingers, weaving tales of the clever grig sprites. On bright copper strings soothing cricket song brings the embrace of a dark dreamless night. So if you sleep dreamless, when your ear this sound reaches, thank the song of the clever grig sprites. Here lies the grig fellow with the copper-wrought cello, clever bard with their bright soothing song. Now the clever grig sprites sing their song every night, bringing comfort when the shadows grow long. The tale of the copper-wrought cello. And that's why I did the legs the way that I did, so they kind of look crooked-like. I mean, I usually make these out of just cheap crafting stuff that I have at home. Broken down toys or little things that I find, like the cello itself. So everything's pretty simple. I try and make them so that they don't take me very long and that they're easy enough for me to walk away from. Inside the Rituals in the Night book, it says Songs of Dreamless Sleep. And there's like a couple other little surprises in there. But yeah, that is my latest of a series of coffin caches that are little fey spirits. And the latest of my coffin caches. Thanks for listening.